Hi everyone, this is Lauren. I am going to be talking about the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, for my Week 6 multimedia presentation. The overview of what will be covered is the expanding of the agency and what would happen if we were to expand it, and then decreasing the agency funding and budgeting, and then what the results would be for both of those cases. Some quick facts on the EPA. The mission of the EPA is to protect human health and the environment. It was first incorporated on December 2nd in 1970, and the EPA uses federal money to study water, land, and the air to make it safer for not only animals, but also for human health as well. So expanding the EPA, the EPA is the agency charged with implementing laws such as the Clean Air Act and Clean Water Act, which Congress has been a huge part of. And then also expanding the EPA would help their scientists and the people that work for the EPA to find even more pollutants that are unhealthy for us, as well as for animals as well. So with all the research and with expanding the EPA, we could find even more things that are harmful for us, and therefore in the long run would make us safer because we would know what not to put on our plants, including pesticides, and then what to feed our animals and what would be safe in the water as well. So decreasing the funding and budget for the EPA, with the latest in politics, and then especially what's going on with the world right now, there's been a lot of talk with decreasing the budgets for things like the EPA so that we can increase funds for military spending, which would also help our security. So with these two pictures right here, it goes, if we would decrease the EPA, we would also have more money for the military spending and for the security, which in the long run would make us safer. So we may not have the money for the EPA right now, but it would also make us safer in the long run, so we would have all these things like clean water to last us longer as well. These are my references. There's a YouTube video that discusses Donald Trump's decrease in the EPA government and how he's going to use that to increase military spending, which in the long run we hope to make us safer, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. And then also I use a lot of information on the EPA website on how some things that they do and then also not protect. And then I also used our Waldo textbook. And then for my closing slide, I chose a few pictures that some of the things that the EPA does cover and they don't, and then also what the results would be. So in our Waldo text, it says the separation of powers, according to Goodenow, finds is both a good and a bad thing. More precisely, distinction and division of functions is good, separation of powers is bad. So the EPA on their website discusses OSHA, and then also, reaching out to your local government as well as your state government to go over the environmental issues that you may have. And then also with, decreasing the EPA fund, we'd have more funding for the military, which would make us safer so we can live longer, so we can also protect the environment as well. And that is my slideshow. Thank you.